you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Welcome to round 15 of the 2026 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season between Maroochydore and Noosa here in the Sunshine Coast Derby today at near Upton Oval. It's the first week of the Jarrett Corporate Pride round. A couple of rainbow flags up here today near Upton Oval, and a number of clubs throughout Queensland wearing their Pride jerseys. My name's Riley Guest. I'm going to be your commentator today. We've only got the one headset. I've got Maroochydore hero Thomas Booth in the box with me next to me. I think he's probably a little bit relieved he doesn't have to talk as much, maybe, but we're set up for the Sunny Coast Derby. Always a physical contest between the two sides, and a lot to play for both teams. They're in finals contention. Maroochydore sit in 4th spot after suffering a 3-point loss in time on last week to Labrador. Noosa sit in 8th, just holding on to a spot in the finals. At times convincing, at times unconvincing in their win against Mount Gravatt last week at home. The two sides faced off earlier in the year. Maroochydore running away winners by 6 goals up at Noosa, and they'll be looking to replicate that today. Glorious day for football. Conditions not what they usually are here at Maroochydore. The wind normally favours, or the scoring end's normally right of screen, but today the wind is blowing to the left, through the left goal, the left point post light tower out that way. Which is going to make things interesting and probably scrappy at times too. The other thing to probably note is the centre circle is not in line with the middle of the ground. It's pushed further away on the far side of the field. So that far winger for both teams effectively becomes a 5th midfielder coming off the back of the stoppages, you would think. Plenty of junior sport around today, netball and soccer. The community building, the clubhouse is packed. Later on today in the QAFL W, Maroochydore are playing host to Cooperoo. So a big day of football. Maroochydore just about at full strength. They're missing just one of their key defenders in Adam Smythe. And a bit in this contest today as well with Maroochidore's captain Matthew Gore. Last year being at Noosa, and he made the transfer down. He's not the only one in the side that's done that. Aaron Wilson a couple of years ago did that. The number 23, the full forwards, kicked a lot of goals for the men in green and gold this year. We're looking to post a bag for against his old side today, as will the captain of Noosa, Reece Free. He's gone straight to the goal square. He's got Riley O'Keefe, it seems, for company. Just about set. Noah Cumberland goes straight to the goal square. He's manned by Kalen Laporta. That'll be an interesting matchup. The Rucks, Luke Saunders of the Tigers and Jade Eaton of the Roos as we get underway. Great throw from the umpire. Costa down to Gore. Wrapped up straight away. You can see the far wingers there for both sides. There's that almost goalkeeper. Thomas swoops on it. Two Noosa players jump on. So another stoppage. Maroochydore going left of screen. Should be favoured by the wind. Gore ripped to ground. Didn't get a kick away. Pettigrew loves a tackle there. He is playing another one. And he goes at Gore. Bit of push and shove. It'll be the fireworks early. Noosa have gained 30 metres with no clean disposal so far. There's young Rory McKenzie firing out a hand pass. Cut off by O'Dwyer. There's been one clear disposal, 4 tackles in this game in 50 seconds. Noosa have the inside 50. Saunders. Kick smothered. Still going at one effective or one disposal for the game. Maroochydore will get there first. O'Keefe fumbles. Good bump. Noosa up against the line. Hand pass fed well by Muir. Gore threw it on the boot. Hahn comes in. Hand pass cut off by Will McKenzie. And Gore takes him down. How's the umpire see this? Holding the ball. Matthew Gore with the first statement of the game. Strong tackle on Will McKenzie. Tried to take him on. He's got the ball between wing and half back, the left footer. Doesn't hit it nicely. It's hugging the boundary lines. Looking for Will Jones. O'Keefe keeps it in. Another two-man tackle. Getting the ball up. Right in front of the Noosa bench. Minute and a half gone. No scores so far. Saunders, outbodies Eaton, and then he gathers up his footy, and Hahn takes him over the line. An early readjustment on his headband there, Bailey Hahn. Played for Queensland last year. They ran away victors against Tasmania. You can see umpires, thanks to Bradham's windows and doors, got their pride shirts on today. Saunders winning the ruck battle earlier. O'Dwyer taking in a high tackle. Had the ball on a true centre wing, feeds a hand pass to Thomas. Got Brad McDonald leading there, likes to go longer, looking for Cumberland, who's going to fly from the back, can't get a hand to it. Wilson out the back, can apply some pressure, can't be taken cleanly. Turns the hand pass over, snap on goal, hits the post. This is Brad McDonald. It's a long way from home normally, he's a key defender. He's been moved up forward this year. So the first behind coming after 2.5 minutes. Nice long kick to a pack of players. Hunter Moore gave up front position. Good mark by Enrique Marzio. Inboard he goes to Will McKenzie. Noosa through the middle of the ground here at Neil Upton Oval. Not the best kick going forward, looking for free. Both players overrun it. Well, picked up by McLaughlin. High snap up to up to the wing. McDonald and Jellyman Turner. Threw it on the boot there, did Luke Saunders. Wilson and Marsh in the boundary line, the winner. There's not a lot of clean disposal or clean ball movement from either side thus far. As I said, it's a blustery day, wind blowing left of screen. So Patrick Monk, who I've been calling incorrectly, sorry, as a Noosa ruck goes up against Eaton. Eaton down, was sharked by Pettigrew, fed a hand pass out. McKenzie clean hands, Noosa with the clearance, up to the wing they go. The wind is going to take that out of bounds on the full. So Moore with the ball. Had quite a good season. Played a little bit of VFL as well for the Brisbane Lions. He goes back. Shelton. He had Dighton working for him in the middle. Instead, decides to go long down the wing looking for Brad McDonald, who takes a good mark, reaching out over his back. Got Will Jones as the deepest forward. Little short lead by Cumberland, not honoured. Looking for Jones, front position. Brings it to the front. Swooped on by Wilson. Hand pass fed out. Noosa clean. Looking to her far side. They don't have a lot to work with. Hand pass is sharp. Snap on goal. First goal of the day. Brilliant forward pressure by the Roos. Just need to see the number of the goal kicker. Number 10, Sam McLaughlin, first goal of the day. And even though they won the contested footy there, Tom, they really just had nowhere to go, Noosa, and a hand pass into the middle of your defensive 50 is always fraught with danger. Really good pressure by the Roos and a good anticipation by McLaughlin, and a classy finish too. So opening goal of the day takes 4.5 minutes. Maroochydore 1-1-7. Noosa yet to score. Just absolutely packed here at Neil Upton Oval. You can probably see out the back all the cars, and there's definitely way too many parked, dare I say, illegally on the oval down there. I've seen a couple parked very close to the drainage down here as well. Glad I was able to find a park in an allocated bay as Will Jones has moved into the middle. Puts the body into Monk. Still got a hand to it. It's going to be a free kick for a hole going the way of Maroochydore. Thomas, the recipient, no, Jones. Had Thomas running by. Umpires told him 3 times now to come around onto his mark. McDonald's the spare. Well, he got free. He's front here, flying across, can't take the mark. Pettigrew. He's going to get a free kick. It's going to be a free kick to Maroochydore. arms chopped. It is going to be McDonald. He read that ball quite well in flight. In fact, we've got the blood rule. I think he arms chopped. Might have been the free kick. I think he might have also got one on the nose or the face. So he's had a lively start to this contest. McDonald will probably be a bit annoyed he's not the man taking the kick. He got good separation on his opponent there, even with the potential for the wind to take the ball out over the back. That's what a lot of defenders do at times, and you see it the same with forwards when they go back as defenders, like just reading the football. So second shot on goal here for Maroochydore. Distance shouldn't be a problem with the wind. Trots on his way in, off his right foot. Strikes it high and too high to the left, just to behind. It was Hugo Pabst, kicked a lot of goals as well. 5 goals in his first game for the club earlier in the year. But a minor blemish there for him. So 8-zip Maroochydore. Noosa moved the ball up pretty quickly. Well marked, well cut off by Cooper Delaney. He's got options short. He's going to go long. Out the back. They've got the sit. No mark taken. Wilson, hand pass fed. Pabst around the ball. Boundary line is there too. He goes one way, then the other. Brought down and a good tackle. Fights his way out of it. Boundary line gets there first. Noosa appealing for a free kick. Probably half a case. Boundary throw in. Monk against Eaton. Ball favoured Eaton. Got his hand down. Noosa sharked it. Here's this forward pressure from Maroochydore. Almost root him into the ground. Kobe Young there. And then kind of sat off him. Trying to appeal for a free kick, but the umpire not falling for that. So they have a ball up 15 metres out from their goal here. Looking to press home their territorial advantage. Monk might have been taken high. Thomas has ended up with the footy. Tackled, dropped it, play on, snap on goal here. It bounces through. McLaughlin with his second one. I was looking for number 19, but it's on the forward pressure we spoke about. It's there. Noosa are having a very hard time rebounding the ball with not any clarity with or intent. They're just not getting the ball out of their defensive half of the ground. So, promising signs for the Maroochydore coaching team as well. Steve Waltrip should be happy with his team's start. They've dominated all the territory, basically, in a lot of possession. They're making life very hard for Noosa to clear the ball from their defensive 50. This is where the Tigers have to try and turn it around, in the middle of the ground clearances. Monk's probably been the better of the two rucks so far, and he's going to win a free kick this time for a push out by Jones. The problem is he's kicking into what is quite a strong breeze. He's looking for it, Marzio. That ball falling short. You've got to play in front as a forward going right of screen today. Absolutely, that's a must. Chance here for Noosa. They're going back with hand passing. Flakemore turning inside and out. The Roos fumble. Airy backs around it. Inside forward 50. Caught, holding the ball. Good defensive pressure. And Harrison Ronchi. Young Caloundra boy, couple of years in the seniors now with the Roos. He goes long on his left foot. You can see the wind just carry the ball almost an extra 5 to 10 metres. Jones brought it front and centre. Good predictable football. Inboard, they look to go the Roos. Good smother. Chases up second effort. Hahn does. Is thrown around. Got his hand pass away in the nick of time. Good contest out there on the far wing. Ronchi boundary line. So we tick 10 minutes gone first quarter. It's 14-zip. The way of the home team. They've got 4 of their last 5 games at home this year, the Roos, so it's a very good chance for them to solidify a top 4 position with a double chance. Eaton front, got the head out. Free kick high, Noosa way. Reese free is the longest option. Not looking for him at the moment. They go to the flank and wide. Great spoil. Luke Saunders coming across there, got the one fist up. Good predictable defensive play. So numbers even all around the stoppage here. A rarity. The rucks are about 5 metres apart. You don't see this very often at all. Hahn, a good tackle. Probably like to see Noosa probably empty out their forward line a little bit. Got 3 players deep. So we have another stoppage, and they're almost all playing back shoulder. They've really got to be in front here, the Tigers forwards, if this footy comes forward, because it's just going to fall short on the wind. Got to be in front. That kick to free, playing almost from behind, that's probably my point. O'Keefe, pressure here. The Tigers is good. Reece Hazard, he's held ball up. So the last 2 minutes have been played in Noosa's forward 50. First time this game. Eaton goes up unopposed, head out to his teammate. Turnover though, bad hand pass back, looking for Willoughby. Hahn, excuse the hand pass, Will McKenzie. And that was well done by Lockie O'Dwyer, just drifting back into the hole. That's something you've got to be careful about to take the intercept mark. Moves the ball quickly out to Shelton. Jackson Bury's the free player here. Pete says send it long to Wilson. Wilson engages. Young might have been taken high in the marking contest. The ball was brought to ground and Shanks wrapped it up. And that's probably the difference at the moment, the two sides, like just how easily or quickly Maroochydore were able to move the ball out of the back line. Nice hands by McKenzie. The older one will. Option in the middle of the ground. You've got to go on your left there, not your right. He's got nowhere to go. He's caught nearly. Umpire says he's got a hand pass away. Great follow-up effort. Actually paused mid-tackle goal, I think it was, looking for a free kick. McKenzie, the left foot. Not bad, but great work by Delaney. Up against the boundary line, he's taken over. Noosa won't mind that bit of field territory. Maroochydore won't mind that as well, because Noosa had options to move the ball quickly. It is a challenge going into the breeze. It's probably a 4 to 5 goal breeze, I think, today. See the ball move viciously left. Great tap by Monk. Will McKenzie caught. High, says the umpire. So he's the one that's dangerous at the stoppages at the moment. He's the one getting on the move. Bit of a bigger body. Assesses his options and takes the safe one out wide, long to the flank. Oh, great mark overhead. It's Marzio. It's about 60 from goal. He doesn't want to go right into the right forward pocket here because it'll just get trapped there. So that's a nice kick to a hot spot, predictable. Maroochydore, good representation. Nice hand pass out. Snap on goal was rushed by Kane Cates. And the umpires are conferring. What did it look like to you from there, Thomas? You've got the perfect view. So I'm saying it went through from behind. I dare say Maroochydore, Noosa are setting up as if it's going to be called out of bounds on the full. In which it is. We're going to have a ball in. It's going to be tossed in. So, confusion is gone. It's going to be a Maroochydore kick out of bounds on the full. Hunter Moore just goes long. That is the best part of 70 metres. Continues to go. Marzio, Willoughby, hand pass back. Jellyman Turner, the milestone man today. Nice kick, finds the younger of the two Mackenzies. And he's on his preferred side here as a left footer. He's crabbed back looking inboard. Looks to stab one off one step to about 5. Maroochydore players free, nearly brings in the mark. Got a hand pass away. O'Dwyer had a bit of it early. Fumbled by his teammate. Should have taken that cleanly. Head out to Young. Sells Candy a couple of ways and then just walks out the front of the stoppage. Here they go, the Roos. McLaughlin, he's kicked 2 goals today. Cumberland's the deepest player. Needs to go long to him and he does. Cumberland, one-on-one. Prime position. Free kick. It's going his way for a hold. Yeah, Tom Booth behind me, almost a bit exasperated. I think he might have thought it could have been a Noosa free kick. That was probably where I was leaning as well. Probably as they should. They should probably go to the forward more often than not. And we say that both as forwards. So, yeah, I thought Cumberland's opponent did quite a good job of defending him. And like, you're playing on a former AFL player, one-on-one, long kick inside forward 50. Cumberland, 35, 40 metres out, almost directly in front. It'll go right to left, and it'll go through his first of the day. Home crowd quite happy with that. Noah Cumberland on the board. 16 minutes played here at Neil Upton Oval. Maroochydore 3-2-20. Noosa yet to score. They've definitely worked their way back into the contest in the last 5 or 6 minutes. I think their pressure's lifted. They're probably matching Maroochydore in terms of how clean they are around the contest. It's what we're probably seeing here now is the wind and the effect that it has in terms of how quickly you can move the ball. Like, it was literally 2 kicks to inside forward 50 from the back pocket. It's a nice bit of play by Ronchi and Young. And then just a good predictable kick by McLaughlin. They're not going to be able to do that when they're going into the wind, but while you've got the wind, you may as well make the most of it. So Jones, bigger of the two. Throw favoured him. Gore, plenty of time to get rid of it. High, good umpiring, in perfect position. McLaughlin, maybe his worst decision so far today, but he does well in the follow-up. And it's going to be a free kick for a push in the back. So he's going to have a chance to make amends here. He's taking his time. He's almost going back as if he wants to have a shot for goal. Not a lot of movement up at the football. Cumberland comes straight into the space. It's going to go out the back. Great spoil by the Noosa defender. You can hear it from here. McKenzie keeps it in front of himself. Hand pass fraught with danger. Gore took the ball and was taken to ground. Maybe just a friendly pat on the head there as well by his opponent. As I was saying earlier on, no love lost. This for the Roos captain who transferred down from Noosa at the start of this year. Noosa have got the numbers around this contest. Ground ball. Nice hand pass. Heard the voice. 2. They've got 1 more on the outside, and that's where it needs to go, and that's where it does. So far side of the ground here at Neil Upton Oval. Noosa going forward into the breeze. Well done by Delaney. A couple of good moments from him so far today. Pushed as he's kicked, and that's going to be great umpiring to call that one. And that's why I think, Thomas, we just spoke, some of the Noosa forwards seem to be playing almost back shoulder. And you've got to play in front when you go and right a screen today because the footy's just going to fall short every time. And you've really got to be prepared to run and work because that footy's just going to fall short. There's been good defensive efforts or read into the plays by both key defenders of either team. It's a couple of really good spoils and positionings. Maroochydore are almost better off emptying out their forward line, maybe Cumberland deep and Wilson somewhere and telling everyone else to get out because the footy will just carry. McDonald 3 deep, couldn't complete the mark, threw it straight on the boot. Pabst fumbled. Oh, a rough tackle there. That's probably the word to use. And just a little bit of carry on. McDonald's easily got the height on his opponent that he's having to shove there. So the Noosa opponent quite wise to let that end. Oh, wow! Marzio got up on 2. Mark of the day there. Turns around quickly up to half forward, but it's cut off. That was a great mark. Used both opponents as step ladders. Yeah, might have been the wind lifting in there. Tommy, I reckon you're spot on. In the meantime, back in the game, McLaughlin to Moore. I think, that's kicked fraught with danger. Got to be centimetre perfect it is. It finds Bury. Told to play on. Good kick to Hahn. So 4 little kicks here at Maroochydore, and now they can go long. Hahn does. Wilson's in front, gets out the back with the wind, and the intercept mark is taken by Max Marsh. And they move the ball quickly to the fat side of the ground. A couple of bounces by Jellyman Turner. Hits up Will McKenzie. Had a productive opening term. That's a better kick and a better work rate by the Tigers. A couple of bounces within about 10 steps. So he took 2 and he almost didn't need to. Free misread it. Good numbers, good representation. A chance for Free. Wheels around on his right. Looks to dob it off to Willoughby. Shot on goal. It's bouncing away to the right. Kept in play by the Roos. He's looking for Eaton. McKenzie looks to peel off a centimetre perfect kick, and he does. Almost a finger break at a Pettigrove. He really needs to push back another 5 metres to give himself the chance to launch it. Got a couple of free plays in the hot spot. Don't know how they managed to drift forward. Good vision from Pettigrove. I thought he was probably lacking urgency and probably should be looking for Free, but lowered his eyes nicely and found Cooper Airy Bamback 25 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
This is different, like that common away, it goes over the back. So the guys leads hard, kicking into it, punching. Really like the first time.
And you have to go low when you're going into the wind. So we'll see if Ferry Bamback does that. He actually gives it a bit of height, but he goes straight through the middle. Opening goal of the game for the Tigers. Time on in the first quarter, 21 minutes. But that's much better. They've been a lot better going forward in the last 10 minutes. And if anything, Maroochydore at times probably almost are getting lazy. You know, when you have the wind, Tom, you're saying this to me. They're just blasting it and just expecting it to happen rather than them probably getting that forward structure right. So, yeah, good adjustment by the Noosa coaching staff and the team. Darren Winter will be happy with the way his side's kind of working into this contest. The margin's back to 14 points. I think even though we've only had the 4 goals, it's going to be a long quarter because we've had a lot of stoppages and a blood rule already. So Jones starting, well, on the ground in a squat position. Now he's up trying to jump into Monk. Monk's been really good in the ruck today. Don't know how Jones got disposed of that correctly. Gores jumped on it on a Noosa opponent. He might have been jumping on his own teammate holding the ball. So Willoughby. Monk got a knee up, couldn't complete the mark. Moore with a free kick for high. He's always a clean footballer, I've noticed, Hunter Moore. And very poised. That kick to Dwyer, who's been very busy this term. Asks a lot of Paps. Oh, it was a push. That was pretty obvious up here to both of us, I think. Just looking at the Maroochydore forward line here. They've dropped one. They don't have a spare Noosa, so this kick really needs to be going long. And it's not the first person, it's the person in behind. And it might be Kobe Young here. Oh, it's Wilson. No mark taken. Eaton. Tigers on it. Roos will be happy with the stoppage. So 10 metres out from goal. Eaton runs down. Nice leap. Willoughby rolls his opponent into the ground. This is where Maroochydore have been good today. Every time they've had the ball inside their forward 50, they've locked it in and applied. Made it really difficult for the Tigers to get it out, let alone, don't worry about how hard it is with the conditions. It's just the forward pressure, and that just comes down to effort. Yeah, they do have. Is that Hunter Moore 50 metres away? Cooper Delaney, yeah, he's off the ball 50 metres away as a spare. So Noosa got one around the contest. He's drifted back to the goal square here. A lot of players around the footy, left foot, snap on goal, and I reckon that's Will McKenzie. Might be Pettigrove, actually. And good kick too. Best part of 40 metres. Haven't had too many great rebounding kicks today. The obvious one, the good one. And they move the ball outside of their defensive 50 as we tick 24 minutes into the opening quarter. And they need to have the numbers here if they're going to switch. Otherwise, they're giving up valuable territory here. Maroochydore will lock this ball into their forward half of the ground. Eaton just read it really well, playing in front. We've spoken about it all day. Gives a hand pass to Ben Thomas running by. From 45, he does a predictable thing. Paps lost his opponent, and all alone 15 metres out in front of goal. Yeah, that's a perfect point, Tom. Thomas could have gone for goal, to be honest, but he just lowered his eyes, and Paps did a good bit of work of good bit of forward craft. You would have had the shot for goal. You definitely would have, Boothie. As Paps makes no mistakes from point blank range. Gets his first on the game, and Maroochydore restore their 20-point lead. They're 4-2-26. Noosa just the one goal, 25 minutes gone opening term. Yeah, this broadcast side is the dead side of the ground, the Windle. Wind won't necessarily help you take the footy forward at times, but it'll help you give stoppages, and you can turn it into a war of attrition because they're doing quite well in the clearances. I just think they kick back when they already had a decent territory as Thomas wins it inside forward 50. He goes, and great mark. Almost like an outfielder on the boundary line there. Oh, risky, fraught with danger. Cumberland brings it to ground. He's got teammates back. Bury on his non-preferred side. He had a good snap at it, but always left there, and the wind making sure it stays there. He's a long way from his normal home, Jackson Bury. I've seen him take a lot of kick-ins from Maroochydore over the years. Opportunity to add a rare goal on his non-preferred as well. It was a good effort. Brad McDonald, Rory McKenzie got up into the key forward. The second screamer we've seen from the Tigers today. He's going to run around on his left foot. Put it up to a teammate playing in front. They're a lot better when they do this, Noosa. Hahn throws it on his boot blindly. Had teammates to run by. They get forward of the stoppage, forward of this here. Noosa, they've got numbers. Hand pass back to Delaney. Scraped a kick out. McLaughlin clean. Here goes Hunter Moore through the middle of the ground. 2 bounces. He's got Cumberland fat side. Goes longer. Will Jones is the man in front. Brought to ground by Wilson. Had to. And we've definitely had our moments of action here today at Neil Upton Oval. Another great mark by the Tigers, but I'm going to be critical of Hunter Moore there. Noah Cumberland was the option to go to. Fat side of the ground leading into space. Well, yeah, two bounces. And probably within 15 metres or 20 metres of each other. There's been lots of bounces today, but when you probably only need those when you're going into the wind as opposed to with it. Paps off one step, throws it on his boot going high. Eaton running back with the flight of the football wisely. Decides not to compete as it is taken over the line by the wind, so that's behind to the Roos. This is better defensive approach from the Tigers in terms of where they're going. O'Dwyer actually took the mark, but it's going to be an arm hold going the way of the Tigers. Marzio, and the highlights of the opening term. Oh, he needs to make sure that kick hits and doesn't hang in the air. Cumberland's given away the free kick. Asking for an explanation from the umpire. Toying with danger every time they go back and across the defence, Noosa. Need to take territory here. That's what they do. The Tours in front, Delaney unopposed. Having a good first quarter is Cooper Delaney. Him and Lockie O'Dwyer down back. Now that's the time to go long. Jones in front, good position, good spoil by the Tigers. Will McKenzie, good little vision, pokes one to his brother. Plenty of it, the McKenzie boys. Over the top, not a good kick. Delaney reads it nicely, good smother by Willoughby. Follows up, breaks 2 tackles, hand passing now. Colombo to Monk, the ruck, tries to take the tackler on. Ronchi, good tackle, ball up. It's going to be a free kick for a hold. Brad McDonald giving away the free kick. Monk's had a pretty good first term. So 29-minute mark now reached in this opening term. Well, they need representation down the line too. They've got to be in front. Like Delaney's going up front and centre here. Yeah, McLaughlin could have they literally raffled that one off between the two of them. You've got to play in front as forwards. In fact, the umpire's telling McLaughlin that it's Delaney's footy and the Roos are going to have 2 kicks without realising it. And they're almost through the middle of the ground before it's happened, before everyone realises. And in fact, there's a Noosa player off to the side there, Curtis Flakemore. Looks a bit ginger. Great kick by Delaney to Hahn, opens up the ground. Wilson, and see, this is the advantage of the wind, although he gives up. They really need to be almost playing back shoulder as a forward. Bury's around it. Oh, Wilson, strong tackle. Raced onto his opponent there. As the siren goes for quarter time, just moments before the half-hour mark, Maroochydore going with the wind, leading by 22 points. I think, in the end, Tom, they're probably a goal short of where they probably want to be, considering how much inside forward 50 presence they had as well. Noosa fought back, didn't have their best first 10 minutes, but started to read how they needed to play the game through the middle of the ground. Their forwards are playing from behind, which you can do now that they're going to go with the wind. That's just the one goal, though. Cooper Airy band back. They definitely, once they start lowering their eyes a bit more, the Tigers, they're better. For the Roos, 2 goals, and the first 2 goals of the game to Sam McLaughlin, and 1 each to Noah Cumberland and Hugo Paps. We're going to take a bit of a short break, but join us all for the second quarter action in a few minutes.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more.
So welcome back to Neil Upton Oval. TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season action. Sunshine Coast Derby between Maroochydore and Noosa to date. First week of Jarrah Corporate Pride round. You can see the umpires, thanks to Bradman Windows and Doors, in their Pride shirts. Maroochydore going with the win, a 22-point advantage. And that's probably about what it is. It's a 4 to 5 goals breeze. It is quite strong. I was talking to Tom and Booth up here in the box with me, even though we've only got the one headset. But now that they're going right of screen, Maroochydore forwards really need to play in front and work hard, where Noosa can almost empty their forward line out at times. Just very quick around the grounds. Another QAFL action today. Broadbeach leading Cooperoo by 15 points. Morningside have a 29-point lead over Mount Gravatt. Aspley, surprisingly, 5 goals up over Palm Beach, Currumbin, Sherwood, 16 points up in front of Redland, Victoria Point. And Surfers Paradise, a 22-point lead over Wilston Grange, as Noosa are going to go forward first. Courtesy of a free kick for holding the footy. Delaney, a good first quarter. Bad hand pass, though. Noosa appealing for some sort of free kick that they're never going to get. The ball in. Riley O'Keefe was the missed target there. So a highlight of Maroochidore's first quarter going with the win was their forward pressure and their ability to lock the football in their forward 50, and once they had it in there, so chance for the Tigers to show that off in the second quarter. They fight through the clearance nicely. Willoughby ducking through a couple there. Hand pass. Got to Flakemore. Back to McKenzie on his non-preferred. A kick to a dangerous spot. Great spoil. Got to the goal line, in fact. It's a good effort from the youngster, but good defensive, desperate defence from the Roos, and short. It was only a minor score. First score of the quarter going the way of the Tigers. So Moore runs in, sends it high and long. Defensive side of the ground with the win. Jones, Delaney, Fly, Young. The tall playing the crummer there. Fed a hand pass out to McLaughlin. No, it was Fleming. He's wrapped up straight away. So Monk, front position. Boundary line back, hand pass. Ball stays in, does well. It's touched. Almost a bad bounce. Taken to ground there. Colombo wants a free kick. Not coming. Delaney. And about 4 Noosa players to kick it to. Will McKenzie finds his brother. It takes no mark. Left foot snap from 40 metres is away to the left. Just missed. So 2 behinds to Noosa and Rory McKenzie to start this second term. But the 19-year-old is everywhere at the present moment. Rising Star Award earlier in the year. His 3rd season now playing senior football at the Tigers. More very intentional and deliberate with where he wants his ball to go. Not a good kick though. It's a ground play on. Stands up in the tackle. He's got to get rid of it. Does he? No, because it went out over the boundary line. So you can breathe a sigh of relief for the moment. The Roos. They are under the pump here. Noosa are all over them in the opening minutes of this second quarter. Colombo's fighting off Saunders here, trying to get free at the stoppage. Monk, Eaton, the half back. Haps flies, take a chest mark. Gore with the football. There might have been a Maroochydore play ripped to ground without it. It's in a bit of a space here in a race. Got to be clean. Good tackle. Pettigrove goes to ground. Cumberland, sneaky soccer skills. Been watching the World Cup. The left foot has got Brad McDonald in front. This is where we talk about playing in front as forwards. Now, Noosa have got good coverage, and Kobe Young sprinting back, but it's a wise decision not to go to him. Noosa had one in front, so McDonald waits for numbers and support. Saunders is running in. Now he's forced to go long, but by that time, the spare's cleaned out. Young does quite well, couldn't complete the mark. Thomas stands up in the tackle, fights a hand pass through. Now, Will Jones has got to try and get there to compete. He can't. And it's a good intercept mark taken by the Tigers at the top of Maroochidore's goal square. Let's see how quickly they can move the ball from one end of the ground to the other. Willoughby working hard. He's got a lot of green and gold to kick to, so he holds up for the moment. I wonder if Hunter Moore's going to try and come across and cut this one off. He's going to get a free kick for a push in the back. He's just a brilliant intercept defender, isn't he, Thomas? And I think he's going to get a 50-metre penalty. That's just ill-discipline from the Tigers. There's no need for Colombo to respond like that. But he just seems to always find a way to be free, and he plays on in the pocket. Good vision And Wilson managed to sneak forward unopposed. So he'll have a shot on goal. Not going to be an easy one. But knowing Aaron Wilson, if he kicks this one from 45 metres in front of all of his home fans, I reckon we might see a celebration. He hasn't troubled the scorers either way today. And Tom, in your experience with the wind, the way it's blowing today, right to left? A little bit right to left, reckons Tom Booth. Wilson, that was left. That was always left. In fact, it might be a mark. I think that stayed in the field of play. No, it hasn't. So it's going to be the Tigers' ball in the back pocket. Laporta. A long kick. Oh, here's Rory McKenzie. Oh, dropped what he should have taken. Cleaned up his own mess. The Tigers past centre wing now. This is how quickly you can move the ball in these conditions today. Monk. Hard for the big man to get to ground level, to gather cleanly. Maroochydore have the numbers. Spills out in the tackle. And we're going to have a ball in. So a glorious day here at Maroochydore. This is why one of the best places to be in winter. We're really smack bang in the middle of July, and it's low 20s, sunny day, a little bit of a breeze. The sun was shining perfectly off the ocean this morning. Noosa win the clearance, send it high up to half forward. Howe is more free again. He can't take the mark though. Chance for the Tigers here if they can get good representation at the contest. O'Dwyer. McKenzie again. Running hand pass to Muir. From 40 metres, he sends his kick away to the right. Didn't come home in the breeze. So they've had 3 behinds this quarter, Noosa. And they've either been kicked by or assisted by the younger of the two Mackenzies. Good kick in. Straight away, Thomas just pokes one to McLaughlin. He has to reach up with one hand and juggle it. There's not a lot of Maroochydore players leading at McLaughlin. He kind of forces Wilson to come at him. Not the intended target originally, I don't think. Gore has got Cumberland in a bit of space up forward. Running hand pass to Paps. He's going to draw the defender. Give it to Young. He's got someone in the goal square. The kick needs to be good. And Bury. Great forward running. Well, Thomas Booth has just said the best way to kick goals from that pocket is to centre it up. And I think you're spot on with that observation there, Boothie. Really good by Bury, just to hold his width as well, not to get sucked in. He almost stayed left of the centre of the goals. It was a good bit of team play, first by Cumberland to draw his opponent, or perhaps to give the hand pass to Young, and then Young to centre it up to Bury. From 15 metres out, he's put it right. I think he would like that one again. That stayed in the obvious. He's got 2 behinds. Maroochydore now for 5:29. Noosa 1-4-10. 7 minutes played. Second term here. Pettigrove with the kick-in duties. Smart decision to go long. Up the back, a lot of players fly off hands. Nice hand pass, McLaughlin. Not McLaughlin, Ronchi. Nice movement. Coming through the middle of the ground there. Fleming pokes one in short. Cumberland in front. And that's just good forward craft. Predictable football. Playing in front. That's the second time in 2 minutes that Cumberland's been able to get some separation from his opponent and lead straight up at the football. It makes a huge difference when you're going into this breeze. There's a nice bit of play, actually, by Daniel Fleming as well. Luke Saunders is coming to the bench with no one ready for him. Hunter Moore, who's been off for 2 minutes, is on as Cumberland stabs at it. That's an ugly kick, really. It was really ugly. He came out left on that last step as well, which... And that breeze is kind of taking it a little bit right to left. It definitely would be messing with the players' heads out there as well. How to kick into this breeze. I think as you were saying earlier today, Thomas, you've got to go low and hard and not give the wind the opportunity. Nice kick in. Shanks. Just taking his time. Monk down the line. Oh, not a good kick. Not a good kick at all. Cut off by Fleming. Got Brad McDonald out wide. No one really coming at him, so he's now going to go long. And McDonald's going to have a 3 to beat, but he's got a little bit of help coming in across the front was Pabst. Just as we've said, as I've said a couple of times today, a bit of friendly push and shove with Gore. We see the 2 sevens going at each other as well. So Cumberland's pushed himself up to this stoppage. McDonald's dropped deep. Tries to get on the move there. Hahn there first. Overran it. Chance to go back. He's got no one to give it to. He's got to go Fleming wide. Good tackling technique by Will McKenzie. Very easy to be sloppy and give away a free kick. Rolled him to the side. Caused a stoppage. A metre in from the boundary line. So 9.5 minutes gone in the second term. No goal so far. I think Jones took that out over the boundary line, and he did. Good position by the boundary umpire. Right there to call it. So basically we can do everything all again, this time with the umpire throwing the ball in 15 metres. Brad McDonald standing to the right, in that right forward pocket. He really needs to try and get goal side. Because if a kick comes in, it should be going to the fat side of the ground. Oh, great work by Jones down to Gore. Fumbled though. Cumberland got the footy wrapped up. This has turned into a war of attrition this second quarter. No goals so far. Jones tries to throw it on the boot. Nice work, McKenzie to McKenzie. Happened a couple of times today. Pulls his kick at the last moment. I thought Flakemore might have been held. The Noosa bench definitely thought so. Kate to Colombo. Inside forward 50, they go free. He's got out the back. He just kind of lost it, turning around. Just seems to carry in the last couple of metres every time. The last 10 metres, it seems to go another 2 or 3. Yeah, you need either a small running out the back, or yeah, your tall forward is playing off the back shoulder of his opponent, because he's just going to carry. It's just going to, and it's carried all day. Yeah, and that's probably what both sides are missing, a small to kind of run out onto it, is what Thomas is saying, is what Boothie's saying to me here. Maroochydore pretty clean from the contest. McDonald's going to fly, and he can take the mark. That's a nice mark, Brad McDonald. He has. He's normally a key defender, centre-half back, but he's played the forward role nice. Now that kick literally hugs the boundary line. Cumberland in front, well defended by Laporta. Hahn has laid a couple of good tackles today. And he just literally walks off the ground. Ben Thomas a bit of a high five. And he's got no one to go up against, so great ruck work. And not a bad kick as well by Thomas. Pretty clever, all things considered. Bury does well, knocks his opponent off. Can't get through it cleanly. I've seen him play a few times. I would not like to be tackled by Maverick Pettigrove. He's short, but he is hard at the footy 100% of the time. McDonald down to Cumberland. Can't be clean. Oh, the forward hand pass here, and away can go Noosa. Muir looking for Cates. Now that's better from the Tigers. Good forward craft. Cates is pretty quick. Gets a bad bounce and then loses an important one-on-one. Well done, Riley O'Keefe. Bury's got to work hard. He needs this to sit nicely. It does. Dancing around well, the right footer. Up to Young. Near the boundary line. Keeps it in the field of play. Young's a big fella, tries to take it on, and he gets caught, but gets over the boundary line first, so it'll be a ball in. It must have been fractionally before the umpire thought it was caught, and we had too long for holding the ball. So McDonald and Marzio. Hand pass thrown away by the Tigers. It's quite well in the end. Really good defensive. No, yeah. He had done quite well up until a point, Shelton, but then just a bit of a needless shove on Flakemore. Freeze dancing one way then the other. Now he's got a bit of space. Hand pass to McKenzie running by to the left. They've had a lot of shots on goal this quarter, Noosa, but they haven't had a lot of good shots at goal. They haven't had many good looks at all. Where Maroochydore, when they were kicking goals in the opening term, they're like 25 metres out, 30 metres out, almost directly in front. Yep. Both sides have blazed away going with the win today. Footy up. Mark taken. That was Airy Bamback, the sole goal kicker for the Tigers today. And you talk about lowering your eyes, but you still got to hit the kick. The Roos with the numbers, more off a step It's right near the boundary line, flying for it. Great mark in the end, Ethan Slaney. A bit of a quiet one from him today so far. Haven't called his name too often. It's a key defender for the Tigers. This one's going to go out the back. Mackenzie, no, that's Flakemore. Kate, there's the small. The snap of the goal doesn't curl around in the wind. I'm surprised. That was nice forward craft and forward work there by the Tigers. Yeah, when they lower their eyes, they're a lot more dangerous. And they've been very wasteful this quarter. The 5 behinds. It's Maroochidore's 2. The Roos have come out every time they pick the ball on this side of the ground. Moore, kicked without looking. Wilson an important one-on-one to try and win here. His knee had the last say. Oh, did well there, did Willoughby, to get through that tackle. Stoppage 55 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Will Jones front position. Worked each other under it, did both players. Goal is going to be caught here, holding the ball, dived on it. Willoughby, the recipient. There's a bit going on here, right in front of the umpire. And now he's going to pull him back. That always happens. It always happens. The umpires always bring him back. Players think they can get away with it for some reason. Hunter Moore's dropped back in the hole here. He's looking for Free on the kick. Willoughby. Free had good position. He's got the footy. No mark, though. Oh, that could be caught. Play on. Shot on goal. The Tigers hit the post. Harry Bamback can't believe it. He also had 2 teammates over the top that could have walked into an open goal. Good bit of forward pressure from the Tigers. They're trapping the ball in. There's only one part of the ground Moore's going to go. Well, he actually goes up the middle that time. They switch the ball now. So they've stayed away from this side of the ground so far, this quarter, Maroochydore. Dighton turns it over at half back. Chance for the Tigers, bit of candy sold. Oh, he's gone. No, knocked out. Play on. Thomas steps one way, threw it on the boot. Pabst in front. Good tackle, rolled him in it. Ball up. I think, Boothie, every time a side going right of screen tries to take the ball out on the far side of the ground, it just hasn't really worked out. Ronchi does really well. Oh, sorry, it's Pabst in the clearance. McDonald, Wilson, just going to have to send it and hope. How does it bounce? Boundary line would probably be good for both sides. And that's what ends up happening. A number of changes for both sides being made. Tell you what, if it was if they were policed like they are in the AFL, I think there'd be a few free kicks and 50-metre penalties. Perhaps has come off the ground holding his hand, and it looks to be in a bit of pain. Jones, good use of the body. Oh, spins the other way. Nice little blind turn from the big man. In front, Wilson. Doesn't get to him on the full. Oh, Gore held himself back there. Could have been a nasty, almost that high contact. Oh, Wilson, good tackle. That footy's going nowhere. They've emptied out their forward line. This is a lot better from Maroochydore. They've got a triangle, but they are, there's a lot of separation there. Jones having a good day in the ruck so far. He gets a chance to do it again. So no goals yet in this second term. Maroochydore by 17 points in the Sunshine Coast Derby. Willoughby went to kick it, tackled by Thomas. Hampart's got out there by the Tigers. Airy Bamback will get there first. Thomas took the footy, went to ground without it. That's going to be a free kick. The Noosa player couldn't have known that he didn't have the footy, but yeah, when he's in the air and you take him down, that's just a textbook free kick. So Thomas spears it into the pocket. In front, Young, no mark. Hahn snaps it around the corner, and it looked pretty good. It faded at the last moment. Just another behind. There's been plenty of them. We'll do it in singles this quarter. So there's a strategy at both sides. It's 7 behinds Noosa's way through to Maroochydore. They haven't had a goal in about 25 minutes of football so far. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers for front on contact. Riley Mackay. Got the ball at half back. He's got an option in leader. Yeah, that's going to be a good option. Yeah, he worked for that one Airy Bambat. It's about a 30-metre dash. He's looking for Rory McKenzie here. Wonder if he's got Reece free. He's got his brother who drops a mark. McLaughlin goes off the ground. Chaos ball here. Nice little tap on without being a legal disposal or a clear disposal. Airy Bamback. Will McKenzie. Got a hand pass out back to Airy Bamback. Got to get rid of the football legally here. Maroochydore pressure. They're all jumping on. Just smelled a bit of blood in the water there, did the Roos, when older McKenzie dropped the mark. Jones front position, having a good quarter in the ruck. Bury. Touch. Mark. I must admit, I thought it might have been touched. Well, that was the call from the umpire, but Bury just got goal side. Just drifted forward nicely and actually took it. It was a nice mark going back with the flight of the ball or over his shoulder. Not going to be an easy kick though. We're right behind him. The man on the mark is probably 40 metres out. Inside the right goal post, needs to hit it pretty hard. Jackson Bury, 2 behinds today. The number 9. I'll tell you what, it's coming back. It's not pretty, but it does the job. Jackson Bury with an absolute mongrel of a goal. First one in this second term, into time on. And football's funny like that. He missed one about 10-15 minutes ago from almost point-blank range. And that kick would have barely have gone 40, 45 metres. I think it must have been just behind the line. And yeah, he read the conditions well on that one. I'll give him that, Boothie, because it went right to left, but and Boothie's just pointed out that, yeah, the difference between a right footer and a left footer. Noah Cumberland had a shot from there earlier in the game. I tell you what, actually, Jones and there's a Noosa player there kind of going at each other, holding each other's jumpers. Yeah, to Boothie's point, just, the right footer to left footer when the breeze has gone right to left. Willoughby turning inside and out, left footer. Predictable spot, and it's going to be a free kick down. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers. Now, this, from my understanding, should be downfield, and it will be. So Reece Free hasn't been starved. He's been starved of opportunity so far today. Won't have the chance to have a shot on goal. The impressive part about that actually was the clean hands from Noosa around the stoppage. I must admit I didn't see the push. I'd moved my eyes down to where the footy was going, but Willoughby definitely was on the ground. I tell you what, still going on behind play with Jones and the umpire now bringing in as free. It's the immediate response for the Tigers. They're first of the term. So we go 21 minutes without a goal, and we get 2 in 2 minutes. And the margin's right back to 19 points. The Roos, 5-7-37, Noosa 2-6-18. That is not the siren for our game. We've got the QAFL W reserves. You might be able to see in the background out on Oval 3. So Maroochydore playing host to Cooperoo there. And the QAFL W will be on Neil Upton Oval after this game, starting at 4:45. It will be live streamed. Thanks to our production partners in Double Take Sports. The game's at an interesting position. Noosa would love to get probably 2 goals back before half-time and get the margin under that two goal lead before Maroochydore have the wind in the third quarter. And they've still got it. They might have a bit of time to do it. Ron Shear drew the opponent well, but missed the hand pass. They've done that a couple of times in this quarter, the Roos. Both players had hands on the football. Not really going anywhere. Hahn getting tackled that time. Hahn trying to duck into that, just got to kick away. Oh, look at the speed from Wilson. Long to Cumberland, now he's playing in front. Read it well, spoiled by the Noosa defender, Pettigrove. Oh, fumbled. Here comes Cumberland. Do it out. Got it away. Little hand pass by Bury. Cumberland through 1, through 2. Caught high. Noosa bench not happy. Maroochydore home crowd is. Boothie, I know you don't have a headset. What did you think? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, Cumberland plays on and he's hit the post.
Perfect pass. He go back and settle himself after and drain a little bit of time there.
Yep. He could have gone back, taken his 30 seconds. Probably would have learned his lesson from his earlier set shot.
That was ball.
The Boothie's saying to me that's holding the ball, and I tend to agree. Will McKenzie to his brother, third time today. Oh, and yeah, probably not Rory's best effort there. That's high. That's just sloppy. And I tell you what, there's a bit of carry on. Pettigrove. Shanks running by. Yeah, they're trying to go forward. They're trying to go quick, and that's a good mark by Archie Shannon. Free on Delaney. He's actually dropped back. The kick's got to be at him, free in a bit of space. That's a good diving effort, and the mark is paid. It's a really good diving effort from Reece Free, but the work off the ball in the 5 to 10 seconds before Shannon kicked that footy in was where Free really managed to get the footy. He dropped free of Delaney, drifted back, and then led hard forward. I think I'm getting my words mixed up here. And yeah, Delaney just lost all touch. Tell you what though, it's not going to be an easy kick. Reece Free for 2 in a couple of minutes. I tell you what, he's done a great kick. That's a brilliant set shot from Reece Free. Degree of difficulty, 10 out of 10. Consecutive goals for the Tigers the first time today. Both go the way of Reece Free. And all of a sudden, it's a 14-point ball game. 26 minutes gone. Second quarter, and I know you don't have a headset, Boothie, but you probably agree with me, or to your point earlier, just around Cumberland getting the free kick and going back, taking his 30 seconds, as opposed to doing what he did where he rushed it, hit the post, and then Free, just the composure to slow things down. And on a difficult set shot, but he made it look easy.
Going out wider and trying to bring it back. Instantly comes with the corridor.
Well, and it's easier to defend too if you go through the corridor, but then you bring it back through where the heap of the players are when they go in fat side, doing kicking to space. What not a lot of sides tend to do with the win. Sometimes, yeah, as you pointed out, they love to blaze away. Mackay did a good job to bring that one in. Man on the mark on centre wing, so Mackay can just send it long. You can see the effect the wind has. Heaps of players fly up. Strong tackle, ball up. So it's taken Noosa a bit of time to manage to get in front this quarter. They've had plenty of opportunities. McKenzie through the contest. Willoughby inside, forward 50, more, gets out the back. The Tigers can't get there first. McLaughlin has the ball knocked out of his hands, out over the boundary line. Good pressure from the Tigers. Crucial moments in the shadows of half-time here. The Tigers would love one more before the big break. So Jones, the hit out, swooped on by Colombo. Gore then spears in as well. Roos would be silly to try and get it on. And I tell you what, that is very silly. The Tigers want to make sure they don't get this overturned. They've been not gifted a shot on goal. Because, well, it is a gift. The free kick was definitely there. I think it's Colombo, the man, who's going to have the shot on goal. As probably what we talk about, they haven't had a lot of good shots on goal this quarter, and this is probably, well, just about the best of them. You know, almost in front. Yeah. Right goal post. This is my co-commentator, Thomas Booth. So Christopher Colombo. 40 metres out on the trot in the yellow boots, and I think he's put it left, and it's gone left. So they don't take advantage of Maroochidore's lack of discipline there. Could have reduced the margin to 8 points, instead it's now at 13. So Moore asking a lot of McLaughlin with that kick. He does well to turn his opponent inside out. Hand passed up to Shelton, can't be clean. Hand pass to McKenzie, hand passes back, tries to take the tackler on. Nice little 1-2, the left footer. Drops it in short, turned over, Moore, hand pass, cut off. Free with the footy, but he's not free. So the Tigers, the ball inside their forward 50. McDonald, nice work. Gore had it, dropped it, play on. Players from both sides going in hard. The Sunshine Coast Derby always hotly contested. It took Maroochydore until the final quarter last time just to get the break on their opponents, on their rivals. Looks like we might be having that again today. Kenzie able to break the tackle, throw it on the boot, and be out of bounds in the drain almost. So even though we've only had the 3 goals this quarter, we have had a lot of behinds. And a couple of delays like this. There's a spare footy behind the goal, so it's easy for Hunter Moore to go and get it. He looked to switch for a moment before being told to go long by O'Keefe, and that's exactly what he does. Well read by Noosa. 3 players went up for it, and he stayed down, got the footy. Sends it back, free, Delaney. Hand passed out to Saunders. Kick's got to be good, and it's not. It's cut off. And the siren beats everyone. Probably got away with that one, Maroochydore. Yeah, arm wrestle's the perfect way to describe it. It's a genuine contest here between the 2 Sunshine Coast teams. Noosa quite wasteful that quarter, though. 2 goals, 7 to Maroochidore's 1 goal, 4 goal scorers. Got the home side, 2 to Sam McLaughlin, singles to Noah Cumberland, Hugo Pabst and Jackson Bury, the only one kicking the goal for them. Quarter, and then for the Tigers, Cooper Airy Bamback got 1 in the first, and their captain Reece Free got 2 of his own in the second. So we're going to take a break for about 10 minutes, but please do join us for all the second half action.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL 9s, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy to me.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
So welcome back to Neil Upton Oval. All the 2026 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season action here today. Sunshine Coast Derby, the Maroochydore Roos facing off against the Noosa Tigers in the first week of the Jarrah Corporate Pride round. Umpires today, thanks to their partners in Random's Windows and Doors, wearing their Pride shirts, and a lot of clubs throughout the state of Queensland wearing their Pride jerseys. Some stories on AFL Queensland's social media pages that you can watch as well. A cracking contest we've got here today in front of a packed crowd. Over 500 people here as the Thunderstruck comes to an end. Maroochydore got the early break, 4 goals to 1 in the opening term. Noosa quite wasteful, but making the most eventually of their opportunities with the win. 2 goals 7 in that second term to get the margin to 13 points. He did have a chance late to get it under 2 goals. But Christopher Colombo missed from about 35 metres out. Maroochydore now have that breeze. Around the ground in other TPIL Lawyers QAFL action, Broadbeach 17-point leaders over Cooperoo. Morningside leading Mount Gravatt just by 22 points. The Aspley Palm Beach Currumbin game. Palm Beach were down by a bit, now they're 3 points in front. Sherwood lead Redland Victoria Point by 15 points, and Surfers Paradise hold a comfortable 7-goal lead over Wilston Grange. Aspley lead Morningside in the QAFL W action, 3/4 time. And that game, Myers got the football up in the air. Players are in their position. We get set to get underway in this make or break third quarter. Monk a good jump. Noosa there first in numbers, going backline nicely off the stoppage till the hand pass went to the flanker. McLaughlin, great first quarter, not a good second one. Chance to go long inside forward 50, and he does. Young in a wrestle front position. Well, the better position more so. The footy carries out the back, and it has done all day with the wind. Kobe Young read that really nicely. Held off his opponent and Will McKenzie, took a mark deep in the forward pocket. AFL commentators love to say he's got to think his way through this. Looks like he's going to run around and snap it on his left foot. Can literally aim it just at the middle of the goals. The wind, oh no, he's gone the check side and hung it up there and hung it up there. It's faded across to the other side. We'll call that a pass to Wilson. He's crossed the ball over to Wilson. He's just gone back to Pap. So some of the key forwards for Maroochydore just sharing the football at will. They need to make sure they kick the goal though, and now Pabst is going to challenge because this footy's going to go, or the breeze is going right to left. It's almost blowing also to the left of screen, almost towards more of the camera itself. So it will be quite a strong right to left breeze here. It's a glorious sunny day. You go Pabst, 1 goal 1 so far today. And number 22, ugly kick, minor score. So Noosa from the kick in, Monk from the side, can't complete the mark. Hand pass to Pettigrove, went to spoil. Not a bad idea in the end because it means it's not last possession. He tossed back into play. So Jones against Monk. Monk probably had the better of the ruck battle across the half again. Half a footy so far. Ronchi dragged down. That'll be caught, pinned, holding the ball. Pettigrove wants to continue on with it until he's given the footy. Now, the Noosa forwards weren't playing in front in the first quarter, which they need to be as they go into this strong breeze. Good intercept mark there. Simpson coming across, cutting it off. Wheels around. I think he's going to look for Wilson. McKenzie's there. Wilson from the side takes the mark. Now he needs to go fat side of the ground. He's got Brad McDonald short. Looking long. Cumberland in front. And he can't complete the mark. No, he can. Well, it might have hit the ground, but well read by Noah Cumberland. And a hand pass to McLaughlin for his third. And the start the Roos were after. Cumberland's probably not at his best day in front of the sticks. 1 goal 2 and a couple of ugly behinds at that. So pretty smart to give the ball to a right footer, and McLaughlin's finished well today. He's kicked 3 goals all at that end. It's not be exactly what Maroochidore's coach, Steve Waltrip, would have been wanting after the break. They've really got a chance here with the win to put on 4 or 5 goals and extend their lead. They've just got to make sure that when they go forward, they've got the smalls around running out the back, or they're heading key forwards who are leading up at the football, and the midfielders have lowered their eyes. Jones, Gore, Pettigrove there applying pressure. Shanks. Simpson. Now Young could get there. Bounces the off-break past him. Well, that is almost a hospital kick. Mackay can't take the mark. Puts it out on the path of Slaney. Colombo. Mackay. Flakemore. Short to Monk on the bounce. The ruckman. Nice half volley. Back to Flakemore. Keeps it in front. And near the boundary line, Ronchi's got him in a tackle. And he's caught holding the ball. Thought that ball had gone out over the boundary line there, but it hadn't. There's a good tackle by Ronchi. And now he's called to play on. So long down the line. Nice and predictable. McDonald, does he read it well? In front. McLaughlin. Busy third quarter. And that kick by Pabst. It's out of the ground. So 5 minutes played. Third term here at Neil Upton Oval. Full benches for both sides, which has been good. The only injury perhaps at times, Pabst came off the field with a bit of a sore finger. He's been out there. He's back out there. I want to see Noosa really leading at the football, presenting options. If they continue to go long down the line, well, that's not even long down the line because it's smothered. Colombo does well to fix up his mistake. They try and play from behind as forwards. Players like Hunter Morgan have a field day intercepting this one. Now they move this footy quickly. Ronchi with options. Simpson just throws it on the boot, and now it's a race. Wilson's pretty quick. He's got company. Slaney for company. Bury. It's a right footer. Want to get on his right. Stands in the tackle. Back to Wilson. He poke it in the middle there to his free player. He can. Great vision. Simpson. Young. Got to get back on his right to Simpson. Wide to Bury. He's got Cumberland in the pocket, just needs to poke it in his direction, and he does. He jumps at the footy, strong hands. Noah Cumberland, good vision, Jackson Bury. And he's just going to poke it to Hahn, and that's what he does. Really nice ball movement by the Roos. A couple of important one-on-one wins. And Jackson Bury, a couple of good efforts first to get the footy from Wilson, stand up in the tackle, and then the kick to Cumberland. As Hahn makes his way, and he's just got a behind today. I tell you what now, he's got a goal as well. It's a really good kick from Bailey Hahn. Consecutive goals for the Roos now. The margin out to a game-high 26 points, 7-9-51. Noosa 3-7-25, 2 goals in 6.5 minutes. There's a long time to go in this game still, but probably with the way Maroochydore are moving the ball when they go with the win now, it's warning signs for Darren Winter and his coaching staff. I think it's almost, I think when they go forward at times, Noosa, they're just into the wind. They're just caught playing from behind. And that was one of the nicer transition pieces of play we've had all day. Starting with the likes of Dan Fleming and Hunter Moore down in the back line, and Cameron Simpson, a couple of important touches there as well. Had a quiet day so far, but he was influential in that piece of play. Monk, a hand to it. Shark, Ronchi, busy third term for him as well. Thomas, just got a boot to it. Pettigrove. Hand passed out to Griggs. To McKenzie. He's going to have to stop, turn, get back on his left foot. No, he doesn't because he gives it to Griggs. Griggs just pokes it in. Free playing from behind. Can gather. Tries to go on the ground and turn around. He could be in trouble here. Reese free, and he is. Good tackle, Daniel Fleming holding the ball. You'd see what he was trying to do, but really hard for a big man to execute that, especially when he goes to ground. Thomas, McLaughlin, Eaton. Eaton? Looking at the bench here. Yeah, it is. Thomas running by. McDonald drifting back and back and back. He'll have to turn Crummer here. No, he won't, because Wilson, a strong mark. Cumberland's the deepest forward. In fact, it's Young that he goes for, running in from behind. Oh, that's a nice mark by Will McKenzie. That is really well read. And the kick to Mackay is a good one as well. Riley Mackay, he's got Kane Cates working for him. Got the option short. There, an airy band back. Doesn't work, so he goes long. Muir playing from, not Muir, Marzio playing from behind, but Delaney, well done. Looking for Cumberland. Just goes a little bit longer. Slaney, boundary line, a little bit ball in, and Maroochidore's forward 50. That's just a perfect example of just some of the troubles that Noosa have had bringing the ball out of their defensive 50 whilst going into the wind. Both sides have struggled with it today, don't get me wrong. That's just an example of Noosa that time. Cumberland's come into the bench for a rest. So a chance here for the Roos. There'll be McDonald and Muir, and I think that's almost a free kick, and it is going to be a free kick. Will McKenzie's grabbed that ball out of the ruck, whilst not being one of the competing, or whilst being the competing ruckman for Noosa. So Brad McDonald's going to have a shot on goal here. He's had just the behind so far. Opening point of the game, if my memory serves me correctly. A little bit better than a 45-degree angle. 30 metres out. McDonald stabs at it, and the wind does the rest. That's 3 in this third term for the Roos. They're starting to run away with it. 8-9-57. Noosa 3-7-25. They haven't scored this quarter. Maroochydore kicked 3 goals, 1 in 10 minutes. And that's, yeah, an error you can't really be making. I understand the conditions, but probably better off just letting them toss that one back in as opposed to taking it out of the ruck, because, yeah, even in conditions like this, yeah, you can't do that. You've got to let the 2 rucks go at it. So Noosa need the next goal. And then they probably need the next one as well. Go back to the middle. Hahn, Monk. Stoppage. Maroochydore rolled half forwards up pretty high. Got 3 forwards deep, 3 big forwards though, not really as small, even though they move well. Footy flick forward, Hahn. Young's the full forward, well defended there by Will McKenzie. He's gone back to defence this quarter. He's laid a good tackle on Young. Not holding the ball. Eaton from 15 metres out, he snapped it. The ruckman playing as a small forward there. Well, they had the 3 tools deep. They needed a small, and they found one in their starting ruck. That's 4 in the quarter now for the Roos. The margin's 38 points. And they are running away with this game. Bailey Hahn, a couple of important clearances this quarter, and that was one of them. I actually thought Will McKenzie defended that really well. Maybe a tad unlucky not to have a free kick for holding the ball. Just to make matters worse for Noosa, that comes Noah Cumberland after a 3-minute rest. He's getting a bit of fan support, a bit of love from the crowd down there in the pocket. Sunshine Coast Derby, always well attended, no matter whether it's here or the Coco Oval. Clearance to the Roos, inside forward 50 again. Can they add their 5th in the quarter? And pass back. Hahn wants to get on his right, kick as well, smothered by Will McKenzie. Brad McDonald fend off there, Pettigrove. Everyone kind of stopped the siren for the QAFL W. We've only been going 12 minutes, boys. Yeah, time to go on this quarter yet. Gore, tackle, ball up. Maroochydore got 4 forwards. Now they've got their 6 forwards. I want to see them just roll those forwards up and give those deeper forwards a chance to work with a bit more space. Simpson burst in off the back of the stoppage, got the hand pass forward. Fury was caught in a wrestle. But the cavalry came, caused another stoppage. Jones, the head out. Pabst snapped on his right. Cumberland's there, can't take the mark, follows up, they want to get back on his left, dancing around. Young, going one way, continues to go that way, not a bad kick, can Moore get there? He can. Great vision, Kobe Young. A really good kick, allowing Hunter Moore to run onto it. Well, he seems for the half-back flanker intercept defender, he's never got an opponent near him, and this time he's managed to drift forward. And a rare opportunity for him to get on the goal kickers list. A talented young footballer. Colts premiership at the Roos a couple of years ago. He'll kick from 40 metres out. Just inside the right goal post. The wind should do the rest. And that's exactly what happens. Hunter Moore getting his name on the goal scorers list. That's 5 goals in the quarter for the home side. And the home spectators in the sitting on the seats over there, starting to get very happy. 10-9, 69, through 7-25, margins 44 points more. Comes to the bench for a rest as well. The way he's going, he probably might almost want to be asked to go forward. See if he can add another. The quarter's been played almost entirely in Maroochidore's forward half of the ground. They're winning the centre clearances. And they're forward, and then going inside forward 50. They've been a lot more dangerous and effective this quarter. Smarter too. Brad McDonald goes with his non-preferred hand. Ronchi, the left footer, deep. This should be Jones playing in front. Good spoil. Ground level, Shanks, Paps. Bit of pressure. Cumberland bursting through. Trying to play it through his legs. Knocked off it. Good tackle there by Willoughby. And we'll have a ball up. Starting to get a bit rowdy behind the goals. A couple of spectators, I think. Now I've isolated Wilson. Tate Winters dropping back. Maroochydore winning almost all the clearances. Thomas trying almost to do too much. Plenty of time, space. He's danced around 5, I reckon. Ben Thomas, don't tell me. No, he's put it right. Second blemish of the quarter for the Roos there. And even 10-10, 70. Leading by 45 points now. 15.5 gone, third term. Near Upton Oval. Footy really holding up in the wind. McDonald flew. Pettigrove crumbed well. Sent it up to centre wing. Shelton grabbed the footy. Happy for it to go over the line. Good tackle by Flakemore. This is going to be a ball in. Umpires conferring. So both sides got a spare off the back of this stoppage. It goes to Maroochidore's spare. Simpson. Dighton went one-handed when he needed to go two. Rory McKenzie decided to spoil instead of taking possession. Inside forward 50, Cates free. In a good position. Can he gather cleanly? He can, but he's taken down in a two-man tackle. Good defensive pressure there by O'Keefe and Delaney. And he's had a good game so far. Intercepting in the first quarter, and then a lot more defensive efforts like that spoil and tackle after quarter time. Simpson, the clearance, has been asked to do a fair bit this term. Mackay needs a nice bounce. Balances off one finger now. He needs to stab it in at someone, and he stabs it in. And he goes to find a Maroochydore player, but he's pushed downfield. So it's going to be a shot on goal to Noosa. Their first look at adding or troubling the scorers this quarter. And it's still going on a little bit behind play. Probably not surprised that Matt Pettigrove's one of them. He's always up for it. It's going to be Enrique Marzio. Have him down for mark of the day in the opening term. Got a lift from 2 Maroochydore players. This is going to be a tricky kick, though. The best part of 45 metres into a strong breeze. Marzio from directly in front. It's turning. It's taken by Reece Free. He was third man back. His eyes on the footy for his third goal of the day. The Noosa captain makes no mistake from point-blank range. Noosa get on the board in this third term. They get the margin back to 39 points. And a few more goals they need to be before they can consider themselves back in the contest. But just a bit sloppy from the Roos defenders there. Bit of a, it was a bit tricky with the way the ball was spinning in the air, but got to kill that footy over the line. So breaks a run of 5 consecutive Maroochydore goals. But again, probably comes from a little bit of ill discipline, that giving away the free kick on against Mackay as he moved the ball inside forward 50 when the Roos actually had the intercept. And doing that was Jade Eaton. He's in the ruck here, forming up with an effort, but the ball spills out. Pettigrove, free kick. It's going to be a push, and the umpire's going to bring it back to the Noosa Tigers. I think it's going to be Willoughby. Been busy all day. This is better. Noosa players leading out the footy. Flakemore. McKenzie running past. Opted not to use him. So a bit of patience here. I think he's going to go long looking. I would say free. That's not where it goes. Goes straight into the lap of O'Dwyer to Moore. Maroochidore's last goal. He plays on. I don't think he realised he did, but good composure out in the path of Young. Gathers in one hand. He's got Ronchi running forward. Had a busy second and third term. Now he's got Cumberland on the lead. He asks a bit more of a riskier kick with Hahn going back with the flight of the footy. McDonald, nice hand pass to O'Dwyer. Going to be a free kick for a hold going the way of the Tigers. Willoughby. Oh, not a great kick. You already got a finger to it. McKenzie, though, stabs one in to Pettigrove. Taken high, he was. They're just lacking a bit of discipline these last couple of minutes, the Roos. Just a couple of silly mistakes. High tackles, another one because they had the numbers there. Pettigrove. Nice kick. Griggs. Colts premiership player with the Tigers last year. Run around on his left foot. Free. Eaton in front. Good spoil. Oh, working through nicely. Colombo going to have a shot on goal, and you can see the wind take it. Noosa got the first 4 players there. Ball can stay in the field of play, and it doesn't. So the Roos probably a bit of a get-out-of-jail free card with that one. Will McKenzie's coming to the bench. He's had a really good third term down back. Been asked to do a lot. And even though his side's given up 5 goals, it's, been quite good down there. Because it could have been a couple more early on. So, ball in. 20 metres out from Noosa's goal. Eaton the head out. The footy's going nowhere. Noah Cumberland's got his opponent on close cut near there inside the Roos forward 50. And the next set of players are probably the best part of 70 metres from them. Eaton. Young. Forward all the way down in the defensive 50. A good mark. Nice 15-metre kick. Actually, it wasn't 15, it was play on. So the Roos going forward by numbers in hand passing here. Thomas. Kick smothered. Second time that's happened this quarter. Now, playing in front, Colombo, no mark. Well crumbed, tackled, got it out in the nick of time. Dabs the kick in, runs to 45. Looking for free. How does it sit? Nicely. Dances back on his left. For his 4, snapping around on his left foot. It's not going to happen. Mark was dropped and ended up 15 metres back. Breaks free the tackle. Snaps. Misses. Good pressure from the Roos in the end. Probably should have been Noosa goal. Some desperate defence. This quarter's just turned in the last 10 minutes. It's gone the way the Tigers having a lot more of the inside 50s in territory. Harrison Ronchi's coming to the bench for a rest. Delaney, smart, keep looking for Jones. Now Gore's just come on, is going to get out the back to him. Wilson nearly. Griggs. Okay, getting through some tackles. O'Dwyer, Griggs, worried out of it. Hand past the footy, Bailey Hahn did into his teammate's head. Jones just saw it on the boot, didn't go to 15. Willoughby, the left footer. It's in the part of the field. He manages to dissect his 2 teammates. Mackay keeps the footy alive. Free and unintentional half volley soccer. Works out to his teammate. On his right foot, Reece Free. Playing from in front. Going into the wind. And it's turned over. Riley O'Keefe. Reasonable job today. Now the footy gets out the back here and the Roos are almost away. Hahn. Back to Gore. Cumberland. Lace out. Good grab. Roos want 50. Not going to happen. almost in range. Gore keeps running from 45. The former Noosa captain, it's on line. I tell you what, I'll get up and about with that one, Will the Ruse. Matty Gall, a great effort running from half back. He hit Cumberland and he kept on following through. Kicked a nice goal from 45 metres. Margin out to 44 points. And just when it looked like Noosa were getting themselves back into the game, Gall and Cumberland combine and just make it that bit harder now. 23 and a half gone. Third term, 11-10, 76, 4-8, 32. Tell you what, you can just having a look around the field, you can just see fatigue starting to set in everywhere. Players look a bit tired. The benches have been used a lot today. It's been a hard contested and at times scrappy game with the conditions. There's been a lot of running and tackling involved. Just wonder how much fatigue will take a part in the last quarter and a bit. Monk, clean below his feet. Good tackle, ball up. Straight back into the middle of the circle. So we've really gone nowhere. Jones front position, nice two-hand tap, Thomas. And he moves through those clearances well. Bury, ball got a bad bounce past him. Ridden in the ground there, good tackle. It's Archie Shannon. As Cumberland's rolled up, McDonald's the deepest forward, Young's down there. I like this, I probably want one of those two forwards to probably be a small, even though particularly Young, they move well. Chance for McDonald. Front position, how does he read it? Perhaps the crummer left foot, great smother. Great smother. Laporta out over the boundary line. That's the QAFL W siren in the background again. Now that we've gone a bit deeper. Players might have thought it was for this game, but it's not. It'll be the next siren that we hear. Umpire letting that one play on. It's a hard pocket to throw from with the wind. Rory McKenzie, nice hand pass. Griggs just threw it on his boot blindly. Dighton. Now fat side, he's got a player 30 metres out all by himself. No, that's been cut off. And they're protecting themselves, the players fly, no mark. Nice little pick up, nice little vision. That kick might sit perfectly in the lap of Slaney. He's got Cates running, puts it out in his path. How does it bounce? Sits up for him perfectly. Colombo on Saunders. He gathers. Now what way is he going to go? Turn himself around, kicks it to the top of the square, and what a surprise. Hunter Moore taking another intercept mark. To Fleming. Oh, not a good hand pass to Moore, but it gathers on the bounce. O'Keefe just roosts it up to the wing. Sure, there was a lot of intent with it, but it's worked out nicely. McDonald gave the hand pass to a teammate running by. Cumberland kept his feet in the contest. I tell you what, he might like this situation. No, he gives it off to Eaton. 2 in the quarter. Oh, that was a kick of a ruckman, I must admit. It's near the goal line and it bounces through. It's almost too selfless there from Cumberland. I thought he could have kept running. Snapped it on his left foot, the perfect pocket to do so. And 11-11, 77. Go the Roos. Marzio saying it was touched, umpire not agreeing with him, so Shelton. High kick inside forward 50, jumping in from the side and taking the mark in the end was Max Marsh. To Rory McKenzie. Left footer might want to try and come in board. Not a brilliant kick, Willoughby. Does quite well, a couple of efforts. Stabs one. Free out wide. Colombo has to sit and wait. So he decides instead of taking possession to tap it to Cates. Maybe not his best decision. The Roos have numbers here. Thomas. Out for Cumberland. Now, want to get back on his left, you reckon? And he does. And then gets around his man. And then he gets to 45 and he has a shot on goal. And it should be Aaron Wilson to take it. Oh, he was pushed after taking the mark, and I thought he was going to get pushed into the fence, but he wasn't, fortunately. So no 50. But he can take his 30 seconds here and run around the corner. Hasn't troubled the scorers at all today, Aaron Wilson. Been impressed with some of his second and third efforts, though. Here's a chance for him. Play on, snap, and he's goal. So Aaron Wilson gets on the board. Maroochydore get the margin up to 41 points, 28.5 gone. They've done exactly what they needed to do this quarter. 7 goals to 1. And at this stage, actually, go so far to say it's probably going to be an insurmountable lead. Because, sorry, it's not 41 points, it's 51 points. 28 or 29 minutes gone, really. It's 4th versus 8th, the Sunshine Coast Derby, Jarrah Corporate Pride round. Maroochydore have done exactly what they needed to do this quarter. The goals have been shared around. But probably when you look at it, it really is almost the midfield. Hahn, Thomas, Harris and Ronchi when he's gone in through there this quarter. Gore's probably doing a bit of work that I can't appreciate. Hahn up to half forward, bounces over 4 players. Will McKenzie. Clean hands there by the Tigers. 1-2, and then they fumbled, but they got out of it there. There's a high free kick against Kobe Young. Goes with the hand pass. Dances around him nicely. A good intercept mark, Shelton. Taking a couple of those today. And they're all streaming forward, the Maroochydore players. They've got to kind of clean out their forward line. Cumberland's going to run and jump at it. Spoil. Hahn got a hand pass out in the nick of time. It was well sharked by the Tigers. McKenzie bursting through. Hand pass to Mackay. Willoughby looking for free. Between wing and half forward for him. Good turn of speed. Well pressured though by O'Keefe to stay in the contest. Bounces up to free. Fleming. Fleming went to ground, but he took free out of it momentarily, and that was all that was required. Ball's ended up the Roos captain in goal. Stabs it nicely to Hahn, who wastes no time. Wheeling on his right foot. Looking for Wilson. Can't take it. Eaton. Wilson gathers the footy, stands up. Bit of a mongrel inside forward 50. Cumberland's the man. He's got Young there for support. Cumberland still tracks the footy, keeps it in play, taking a ground without it, and there's a free kick for him. Probably want to be quick. We've gone nearly 31 minutes in this quarter. As I said, the fatigue factor you can start to see setting in for players from both sides. Cumberland's just going to send it long to the goal line. Noah Cumberland from outside 50. It's a great goal. He's been quite selfless this quarter. And the one time I thought he's probably almost better off passing, he just goes back up about 5 steps and gets it home from 50. Margin starting to blow out here. 8 goals to 1 this quarter, the way of the Roos. It's 13-11-89, 4-8-32, and all the interchanges have been made. Cumberland's coming to the ground, off the ground as well. On goes Brad McDonald. A very hard forward group to defend today. They've got really good versatility. Cumberland seems to be holding on to his hand. You would think he's probably more than done his job for the day. He's got 2-2. He's going to be holding the ball. Noosa free kick. Matt Pettigrove never stops trying. As the siren goes for 3/4 time, and that's where the year's gone by. Maroochydore might have faltered, but they've been excellent this quarter, kicking 8 goals to 1. The margin is 57 points. And a really good chance, even though they're going into the win for the home side, to flex their muscles in this final term. Goal kickers for the Roos. 3 to Sam McLaughlin, 2 to Noah Cumberland. And then it's singles to Matt Gore, Jackson Bury, Hunter Moore, Hugo Pabst, Aaron Wilson, Brad McDonald, Bailey Hahn and Jade Eaton. For the visitors, 3 goals to Reece Free and Cooper Airy Bamback has 1. We're going to take a break. Join us for all the final quarter action in a couple of minutes.
more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
So welcome back to Neil Upton Oval. Round 15 action of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. The Sunshine Coast Derby. Featured game of the week. First round of Jarrah Corporate Pride round. The rainbow flags up here today. We're next to the players' race as they make their way out onto the ground, and a number of clubs wearing their Pride jerseys throughout Queensland, and a couple of stories up on the AFL Queensland's social media platforms as well. Maroochydore making the most of the wind in the third term, kicking 8 goals to 1 to all but effectively end this games in terms of a result, but implications more so in the broader season as a a quick little look around the grounds. Cooperoo, a big third term, 6 goals. Puts him in front of Broadbeach by 7 points. Morningside comfortably accounting for Mount Gravatt at the moment, leading by 40 points. Aspley and Palm Beach Crumpin. That's the one for Noosa they've got to be careful about, because if Aspley win, they'll take their place in front of Noosa in the 8. Aspley leading by 3 points. Tell you what, difference in goal kicking, 12-3-75, 10-12-72. Sherwood hold a 4-point lead over Redland Victoria Point, and Surfers Paradise comfortably have Wilston Grange as well. And Aspley running away winners in the QAFL W earlier this afternoon, as the sun starts to cast a few more shadows across Neil Upton Oval. Will Jones bursting out, and then Ben Thomas backing him up, tumbling them inside forward 50. You can smell goals from Maroochydore forwards. Bury, O'Dwyer. Always a hard one when you're running away from goal at pace. Gets things going with the behind. Noosa move the ball pretty quickly into the middle of the ground. Pettigrove, he's got players through the middle. Willoughby wants to get on his left, gets through the tackle eventually of Paps. Oh, Cooper Delaney, nice mark. He's had definitely one of his better QAFL games today. Spots up Thomas. A couple of options out wide. He's told to play on. So just a safe option. Saunders. McLaughlin. A lot of players between McLaughlin with the footy and the forward 50, so in the end it's Saunders working down to get the footy back.
Here we go, make sure it's tight!
Sends it up to half forward. Players fly. Will McKenzie, one of his side's best players today, taking the mark. Inboard to Pettigrove. Nice kick. Can open up the field. He doesn't have much for him. So McKenzie running by on his right foot. They'll go inside forward 50 here. Probably gets out the back. Marzio got up very high. Couldn't take the mark. That was a terrific leap. I hope he's okay. He actually hasn't moved. He's now... No, he's rolled over. He's not great after that. That was a huge leap. Enrique Marzio, that's the second one today. Got up super high. That would have more than bettered his first effort. It's good to see him back now. He might have a chance to get involved as Noosa win the free kick. Mav Pettigrove, and on the marks, 50 metres out. Does have the advantage of the wind, so Pettigrove's going to wheel around on his right foot. I tell you what, that's a great kick from Maverick Pettigrove. He actually hit the net, very bottom on the full, so that's a 55-metre kick. And the first goal in the final quarter goes the way of the visitors. It's a really nice kick from Mav Pettigrove. I said earlier, he doesn't stop trying. And he definitely won't in this last quarter, even though this game is out of reach today for the Tigers. They can claw back. A lot of respectability on the scoreboard. They are favoured by a breeze that has seen 14 of the 18 goals today to the left of screen. And I must admit at the moment it's actually stopped. We'll see if it picks back up. Jones and Monk. Tell you what, looking at it too, it's almost a slightly shorter midfield. They're definitely not the AFL types where they're 190 plus. Jones trying to burrow through court, ball up. Jones, Monk, good battle. Thrown on the boot by Wilson. Cumberland in front of the chest. Always love that as a forward. You lead out hard and you're able to take a chest mark. And he's got Wilson working forward. And it's definitely a tougher kick in terms of angle. The distance should not be a problem here for Aaron Wilson. He's right in front of all of his home fans. I can only imagine how he might celebrate if he does kick truly here. Just slightly worse at a 45-degree angle. Kicked the goal in the third term. Actually the 1-2 there with Cumberland as Aaron Wilson and the green boots trots in. And hits the behind post. So that's out of bounds on the full. You can see just the effect of the wind all day. It's made kicking goals down the netball court's end. Quite tricky. Yeah, definitely picked back up the wind. That's a long kick, Monk. Got hands to it, but couldn't take it. More, again, seemingly with about 5 metres of space. McLaughlin, Hahn, into the tackle. How's the umpire see this? Well, the ball got out, so it's play on. McLaughlin. No clean disposal. Nice hand pass in here by the Tigers. Rory McKenzie. It was Griggs running by. Colombo out wide. And they've got the extra number here. Can he use his teammate dancing around? The shot on goal. It'll be a pretty good individual effort. He probably should have used his teammate there, Colombo. Footy stayed in the field of play. Harry Bamback, shot on goal. Goal. That's gone out of bounds. The boundary umpire has seen that. So, Harry Bamback still confused as to what's going on. The footy's gone out of bounds. So, a moment of frustration probably for him. Doubled his goal tally. Kicked Noosa's only goal in the first term. He'll have an opportunity here at some point if he can grab the footy. Thomas, another clearance. Plenty of them today for him. Noosa players unsure of who should go and collect the footy. Eventually one does. You can see what he's trying to do. Hit Willoughby, but Wilson was on it. McLaughlin. They've got numbers through the middle of the ground. Those heavy legs. So McLaughlin just pokes up Hahn. He's got more out left if he wants to use it. And again, no one within 5 to 10 metres of Hunter Moore. He'd be in consideration for the best today, you would think, for the Roos, as with this young man and Ben Thomas. A lot of clearances. Hands on the footy first. Goes out to Will Jones. Hard man to move, but Noosa managed to do it. Willoughby to Marsh. Colombo, no, ball went out over the boundary line. So 7 minutes gone in the second term. Sorry, final term. Roos by 52 points. Monk just throws McDonald out of the way. And high free kick going to Maroochydore. Now he's thrown to the ground. Is the umpire going to pay 50? Oh, he's not. I'm surprised that Ben Thomas is winning the hard football. A lot of players have dropped back. Will McKenzie's the deep free player at the moment for the Tigers, and it's a downfield free kick to the Roos in the hands of Wilson. Just ill-discipline. It might have been Colombo, the man from Roos, who giving away the free kick. Didn't see what he did. The umpire certainly did. So Wilson's just got more in the middle. It might be Bury. Definitely a heart in the mouth moment. It's Bury's taking the mark. She's sitting there in the hole, jumping up with that footy. Just got to hope you don't get crashed into. So he's had his opportunities today, Jackson Bury. He's got 1 goal, 2. There's 1 goal. He was at this end, in fact. It was an absolute mongrel of a kick, but he used the wind to his perfection. Now that's a better looking kick. That's a better looking kick, Jackson Bury. That's a great kick in the end, 40 metres into the wind. Got his second of the day. 14th for the Roos. 14-12, 96, 5-8, 38, 8.5 gone. Final term. Don't have to worry about the wind in that instance. Seemed quite confident in his approach that time. 2 goals to Jackson Bury. Normally running around half back or in the back pocket. Transitioned up the ground a little bit more this year, half forward wing. It's been a strong performance from Maroochydore. Bit of a statement over their rivals. They'll have bragging rights for the year. To zip, sweep. Thomas, a clearance. Not his best hand pass though. Noosa get there first, nice little pick up. Hahn pressured Monk out of it. Thomas to Gore. Plenty of time. Hahn. And no one to go to, so went to space and Griggs cut it off. To Rory McKenzie. Left footer wastes no time. Looking for Free. He's out the back here. Well spoiled in the end by Shelton. Kept the footy alive. Free. Cates. He's pretty quick. He should just be able to run in and tap it in, and that's what he does. Nice young developing forward up from wide bay, Kane Cates. Saw him play a couple of times last year. And it's always a bit hard when you're starved of opportunity at times that Noosa have today. But that was a nice little crumb and a good use of his speed. Just watching the players run on and off the ground, as I said earlier today. Good thing the interchange gates aren't being guarded like they were in an AFL game. Or there'd be a few free kicks and 50s. The fatigue factor set in from about time on in the third quarter. It's a big ground here at Neil Upton Oval, so plenty of running involved, and it's been contested from the start. Actually have, looking around the ground, a couple of girls inside, a couple of young kids inside the fence doing handstands. They might not want to be there. And there's a few players on the ground here. Monk's slow to get up. And he's got a sore hand as well. That's the third one that I've seen today. He's asked to go up in the ruck against McDonald. Wins the hit out. Hahn adjusted well. Tackle. Pettigrove off the ground, but it went no further than Ronchi. Bit of speed from him. A burst away to Paps from 50. Hugo Paps. I tell you what, that's nearly goal of the day into the win. That's a great goal from Hugo Paps. His second. And brought about by a great little dash from Harrison Ronchi. He's gone into the middle after half-time and been quite influential. Generally rolls around somewhere between half-back and the wing, but yeah, he's been impactful in the middle of the ground today. So a good coaching move there, I think. And yeah, he's got the legs to burn past a few players. And yeah, Paps made that look easy. That's a tough kick. All things considered, 50 metres on the run in the last quarter. So immediate response for the Roos. Keep the margin at 58 points. Monk's come off as well with the hand. He's getting it looked at on the bench. Pettigrove wrapped up by Hahn. Going nowhere. McDonald, good hit out. Pettigrove though. Hahn tackled by Gore. She's burst on by, not sure, in fact can't see the number, it was O'Dwyer. And a strong first half. And there are those kids being told by the umpire to get behind the fence. Bounty throw in Maroochidore's forward line. To a dangerous spot. Noosa have just flooded numbers back here. Only, well, it's not really going to be a problem because they're going with the wind, so they can afford to move the ball long and quick. Maroochydore will have the spare back, and Brad McDonald, he's about 50 metres away from this football, from this contest. Jones and Marzio. McLaughlin goes for the check side. Didn't work, out of bounds on the full. So Tigers footy, back pocket. Harry Bampak went on a hard lead, was ignored, up to free. O'Keefe going back with the flight of the footy, pretty brave. I think it might have been Shelton trying to keep it in the field of play, but couldn't. They've been pretty solid today, the Maroochydore back six. Anytime you kick your opponents to 6 goals in 3.5 quarters, but they've worked together well. And even though Reece Free has kicked 3 goals, they've probably had the better of the match up there. Free kick Roos. McDonald. Long. Young. Great spoil. Well, it looked a good spoil, but it's gone to a dangerous spot. Wilson was trying to run onto it, didn't sit for him, and it's going to trickle over the line for a behind. So Max Marsh, the spoil, but needed to go out of bounds as opposed to towards the path of Maroochidore's goal. The kick in. No one really got a hand to it. McLaughlin has a bounce. He's got options everywhere. They're lining up. Misses the kick. A follow-up play, 2-on-2. Airy Bamback's going to get covered by 4 if he gets tackled, but he got a kick away to Rory McKenzie. Dabbed it up on his left foot. This is going to be a turnover, though. They're definitely sluggish at the moment, the Tigers players. Short little kick, Moore. Can go on his right. Doesn't strike it nicely, so Pat's going to have to work hard, and he's going to win a free kick for front on contact. I think he was almost getting ready to appeal against the umpire there. But then he realised he was the recipient of the free kick. So he's just kicked a goal from long range as Hugo Pabst. And he replicate his effort from a couple of minutes ago. A lot of players, a lot of kids behind the netting there as Pabst probably got a smidge too close to the man on the mark there. Worried about the distance, put it right out of bounds in the full. Taking it at his toes there is Laporta. Next to a pack of players, they all fly, no one takes the mark. Cumberland bursting through, wanting to get on his left. Willoughby got a tackle, and he's caught holding the ball. So Willoughby. So long. Marzio can fly. He's got a leap. I'll tell you what, in from the side. Riley O'Keefe takes a step off his line, dances around free. Just kicks it to a pack of Noosa players, though. Cumberland's going to have to do well, and he does. What a surprise, Noah Cumberland. I think he wanted to play on, but he got tripped by, well, lost his own footing, and then spears one into Wilson. I tell you what, that's great vision and a great kick to Aaron Wilson. Noah Cumberland has definitely had his moments today, and that's another one. It's like footy from yesteryear. You hit the full forward at pace. The kick would have gone no more than 2.5, 3 metres off the ground. It's almost impossible to defend. So Wilson, just the one goal. Went out of bounds on the full a couple of minutes ago. Goes out right, and he sneaks it in. For his second, gestures to the ruin his jersey. The home crowd quite happy. The margin's now beyond 10 goals. 16-13, 109. Noosa 6-8, 44, 17 played in this final quarter. Quick little look around the grounds. 10 minutes into the last quarter. Palm Beach Currumbin up by 8 points over Aspley. Broadbeach 5 points in front of Cooperoo, and Redland Victoria Point 2 points in front of Sherwood. So a couple of close games for these sides next week. Noosa are back up at home at Rococo Oval against Sherwood. Maroochydore will have the bye. So that'll definitely be marked down at least as a winnable game for Noosa, even though Sherwood have vastly improved from where they were earlier in the season. Actually knocked off Maroochydore at home down at Sherwood's home a couple of weeks ago. And looking like they'll be a contender for finals. McKenzie, it might have been almost a hit on Airy Bamback off the ball. Could have been a legal shepherd, didn't see it. But he's slow to get up. And the intercept mark there for the Roos. Not a lot of structured forward entries for the Tigers. Just trying to seemingly just get it in there. Marzio's good mark today. Pats takes it down now. I think that's probably a free kick. No, it was definitely unnecessary. The less said about that little interaction, probably, the better. Jones, great hit out. Paps picked up, wrapped up. Will McKenzie there, the tackler. Jones, straight to Willoughby. Looking for Flakemore, and he takes the mark. Delaney went the jump. Flakemore stayed down. Eyes on the footy, took a good mark. This, even though they go in with the wind, will be an amazing goal if he can kick it. Curtis Flakemore. Probably wheel around to his right. He's got to go to the right goal post, and he's going to have most of the legs. He sets it up, and it was just a little to the left. Let's see what he was trying to do. It's another behind for him today. More to Ronchi. Mackay defended him well, held him on his mark. Quickly to Eaton. Well, the ruck's going to go. And on his non-preferred, well done. You don't see that very often at all. Paps almost thrown out of it. Players wanting a free kick. Paps stopped. Probably could have kept going. Might have been able to walk it or run into a goal. And we're seeing a free kick to Maroochydore. Assumed it would have been last disposal, but in fact, it's going to be back inside their full 50. It's going to go to Pabst. Not sure what for. Didn't see Pabst getting hit. So maybe, and the assumption, I suppose, is umpire abuse as Pabst wheels on his right. A little bit of a jump from Wilson. Couldn't take it. Moore moved poorly. Oh, McDonald did well there. Got a finger to it. Brought it to ground. And then the head is ducked, so he's got to be careful with the tackle, and he is. Eaton. McKenzie got a hand pass away somehow, I don't know, but probably not ideal because Maroochydore took possession, well, only momentarily. Thomas Lane a tackle. Best on grounds, some of the best players today. There's probably a lot to choose from, particularly with the Roos. It's been a pretty team-orientated effort. And Cumberland's going to win the free kick for being held. He was dragged down in the tackle. And Kobe Young actually took the mark of the kick going forward because there was no advantage. It's been brought back. Cumberland's definitely had his moments today, 2-2 with a couple of goal assists. Ben Thomas, Bailey Hahn in the midfield. As Cumberland is looking for Wilson again. He did it once before. Nearly took the chest mark. That probably needed to be in the mitts. Simpson, Gore, taking the ground ball up. Just a piercing left foot kick from Cumberland. Mind you, it probably comes in so hard and fast that trying to take it in your hands is almost a finger breaker. And he's moving up to this stoppage, Cumberland, so he could, actually, if he gets on the move, he could be dangerous. Free kick, Maroochydore, high contact. And just going on behind the ball a bit. It's going to be Eaton. He's come a long way over the pre-season. He was in the Sunshine Coast, well, the club's Division 3 team last year, playing centre-half back. Now he finds himself as a starting ruck in the QAFL. He leans back on the kick. The goal umpire's working and considering and ready to make a decision. No. In fact, going to consult with the goal umpire. I was surprised at how quickly Eaton took that kick. I said in the thirds last year, up from Central Coast, New South Wales, Bateman's Bay years gone by. So now we've got 4 umpires considering and consulting on the decision. The home crowd happy to lend their advice. I think we got to the correct decision in the end, just to behind. It didn't really look like a goal. A bit left with the wind. Mackay's under it. It's going to be a hard task for him. He likes flying at the footies. Great hands from Pabst to Ronchi, to McLaughlin, to O'Dwyer. Shot on goal, it's there! Lockie O'Dwyer, a great goal. Have some fast hands from the Roos. He has had quite a good game as young Lockie O'Dwyer. Was crucial early on down back, and a across the wing, and then he's gotten forward a little bit and finished off a good day with him for a goal as Brad McDonald's walking to the bench. I think in that marking contest he might have copped something, a knock to the face. He seems to be holding his nose. Hopefully he's okay. He's had a bit of a rough day at times. He's came off earlier with the blood rule in the first 15 minutes, I think it was, in fact. 71 points now. It's been Maroochidore's day, and they've really dominated after half-time. It's been 12 goals to 2, 31 scoring shots to 13 all day, so Free leading up at the footy. Strong mitts. Really strong hands, and he's got a forward. I think it might have been Cates who just drifted forward out wide. But he's backed himself here to go back and kick the goal. Very much, Noosa will definitely lament their second quarter where they kicked 2 goals 7 with the breeze. But they've been thoroughly outplayed in every other quarter. Reece Free. 3 goals straight so far today. And now he has 3 goals, 1. So looking at Noosa today, I think Sam Willoughby and Will McKenzie, 2 of the better players. Patrick Monks probably won the ruck battle, I think. And even if his mids at times probably haven't been able to take the most advantage of it. Cumberland in a one-on-one here. That's a nice mark by Laporta. And he'll go back and across Slaney. A lot of space out there for Billy Shanks. Actually, it's Lucas Jellyman-Turner. This is a special day for him, a milestone day. As that ball comes back into the middle of the ground. Jellyman-Turner started at Berwick in Victoria. He's pulled the boots on in the NTFL and spent a few seasons down at Broadbeach before moving to Noosa this season. His 300th career game. That's a terrific achievement. Unfortunately, it won't be the most memorable of days, but 300 games of senior football, yeah, it's just almost crazy to think about, especially when you're playing nearly 12 months of the year in the NTFL. So Shanks to Cates. And not a good kick. Just trying to go wide to Airy Van Back. Jones to Moore. Wilson. I probably thought he might have given away the free kick there. He definitely got Marsh in the face. Hahn. Go short to Thomas. That's what he does. And the midfielders, they link up nicely. Cumberland's got to keep his eyes on this football. Doesn't really keep his feet, but he gets back up in the tackle, and from the top of the goal square, Noah Cumberland has missed. You don't see that every day at any level. It's a good bit of pressure from Slaney and some of the Noosa defenders. Behind, though, inconsequential into the result of this match. Shelton, a spoil. Fleming. Oh, good tackle, really good tackle there by Daniel Fleming. Even in the final minutes of this match, Maroochydore working very hard at a contested level. Coach Steve Wiltshire and his panel would be quite happy, I would think. Comprehensively outplayed their opponents today. So they've got 4 games remaining in their season, and 3 of them at home. Morningside in 2 weeks, and then Redland Victoria Points a little bit later on. The key matchups for them, they're aiming for a spot in the top 4 after losing in an elimination final last year down at Labrador. Dighton, Delaney. Oh, smart kick in the end if it can work out. Hahn, a snap. How does it bounce? How does it bounce? It stays left. Wasn't actually his intended target. I think in Cumberland it was the Wilson, the one that was Delaney was looking for. Just ever so slightly crowded, the Maroochydore forward line. So Laporta with the kick-in duties. And 9.5 minutes gone. He's looking for Rory McKenzie, and it's picked off. And McLaughlin has 3 goals, and now he has 4. He'd definitely be one of the best today as well, Sam McLaughlin. A fast start, a quiet second to a fast start. 2 goals in the opening term. The first 2 goals of the game, in fact. Quiet in the second. Really busy opening start, opening half of the third quarter, and then leads everyone today with 4 goals. It was just cut off by the Maroochydore zone, teasing distance. They're just able to cruise to 30 metres out and get your 4th. It's a pretty good feeling. The margin now 78 points. And when you look at the Maroochydore team sheet, there's not too many names that haven't been called a lot today. Set down back, Delaney and O'Keefe have definitely done a job. McLaughlin with 4, Ben Thomas. And Bailey Hahn, as Cumberland Flyers can't take the mark. Hahn swoops on it. He's gone forward late in this game. So keeping the ball in play, is it? No, it's gone out. Yeah, the midfield combination of Ben Thomas and Bailey Hahn provided Maroochydore with a lot of clearances. Lockyer Dwyer has been quite good. A really important first half from him, even though he's only kicked 2 goals. Some of the efforts of Aaron Wilson at times as well. Noah Cumberland there. Jackson Bury, 2 goals across half forward. Getting to some dangerous spots at times too. It's been important. But it's really just been, a comprehensive team effort today for the men in green and gold, and I'm sure they'll celebrate this win over their rivals. And a chance for another one here as Ronchi. Really good third quarter from him, and an absolute gift on the siren to signal an 84-point victory, 14 goals to Maroochydore. Congratulating themselves all round as they should. 1960, 130, plays 6-10, 46. 14 goals to 3 in the second half. And even the fact that Maroochydore kicked 6 goals going to the end where there had been a couple of goals kicked all day in that final term shows their complete and utter domination in this contest. 4 goals for Sam McLaughlin, 2 to Jackson Bury, 2 to Hugo Pabst, 2 to Aaron Wilson, and then 2 to Noah Cumberland as well. Singles to Matt Gore, Hunter Moore, Bradley McDonald, Bailey Hahn, Harrison Ronchi, Jade Eaton, Lockyer Dwyer. And then for Noosa, just the 6 goals, 3 to Reece Free, singles to Cooper Harry, Bamback, Kane Cates, and Mav Pettigrove. Split the votes for best on ground. Probably got Bailey Hahn, Ben Thomas, Hunter Moore, and Sam McLaughlin with 4 goals in there as probably my top 4. But they'll stay in the 4. Maroochydore, they'll have the bye next week. Noosa will go back home and face Sherwood, and fate will shape up to be an 8-point game. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks to our productions in Double Take Sports. It's the first round 15 action in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL season from Neil Upton Oval. First round of the Jarrah Corporate Pride round. Maroochydore comprehensive victors in the Sunshine Coast Derby by 84 points. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great Saturday.